Welcome to the Same Wavelength podcast. I am your host, Morgan Elizabeth, and thank you for riding the wave on this special episode. Every episode is special. Welcome to the first episode of March. I know I didn't have a final episode of February, but everyone has been sick in South Florida. I swear to God, there's a stomach virus going around right now. So everyone's sick. I was sick. I had not the stomach virus. I wasn't that sick. I just had a really stuffy nose. So I didn't really want to get anybody sick. And I was supposed to have a guest episode for the last one in February. Didn't happen. Then when I tried to record this episode that I'm going to do today, I sounded very nasally. So I didn't want to have that throughout the entire episode. So here I am today. And I am going to be, as you can see in the thumbnail and the title, I am recapping my first ever experience at the Florida Renaissance Festival. I went to the Renaissance Festival. I have notes, so that's why I might be looking down. I went to the Florida Renaissance Festival, the steampunk weekend, which was February 24th. And oh my gosh, it is so fun. I'm great. It blows my mind that I haven't been to a Renaissance Festival before. It's definitely right up my alley. So definitely gonna be going to more. Especially I really want to go to the final weekend because it's fairy themed. I have to go where my fairy friends are. But I don't think I'll be able to make it, but we shall see. We never know what happens. Things happen willy-nilly, on the fly. So the Florida Renaissance Festival, if you guys don't know, it's basically a festival that goes from February to March usually. And it's 2 months long. Every weekend is a different theme. They have the steampunk, they have Vikings, they have pirates, they have fairies, they have dragons, they have wizards, they have romance, they have Lord of the Rings, they have a bunch of different themes, all fantasy type of stuff. And it is just so fun. I mean, their motto is the wonders of imagination coming to life. Hello, does that not say Morgan right here? So this year's run is February 3rd to March 24th. So the last weekend is Fairy Weekend. I believe the way that it's going now, it just passed the Lord of the Rings weekend. Then I think the next one up is Pirate Weekend. Then the one after that is St. Patrick's Day. So it's leprechaun, Irish themed. I should also go to that, just me dressed up all green. And then Fairy is to finalize it out. If you haven't been to a Renaissance Festival, oh my gosh, you have to go to at least one. You don't have to dress up. When I went with a couple friends and my boyfriend, and we dressed up, bro. We weren't decked out, but we dressed up. I don't think I was too into theme. I kind of fell into the fairy theme. I think the only real steampunk I had on was my jewelry, which I could show you right now. Here is my outfit that I wore. I had the horns, which I actually bought from the festival. I have them right here. I have little horns, and then I have some wings that went with my outfit. And then I had some jewelry that I brought with me. This is what I had on. Ooh, that was pretty bad. Okay. So I had on this teacup type of thing, and then I had a nice little rusted sunflower necklace. And I bought that ribbon that says Fairy Dragon on it. And that pin on my skirt is this one, which I also bought at the festival. Another thing I bought at the festival just fell down. And it was this ring with a sword. That would be perfect for Pirate Weekend. But the Renaissance Festival has a ton of things to do. A ton of things that you can do at the Renaissance Festival. They have vendors, they have shows, they have food and drinks, and they have games to play. Not sponsored, but I'm going to tell you my experience and what there all was there. So maybe you'll experience it. I know they have Renaissance festivals in other states as well. I just think the Florida one is more well known because, oh my gosh. This year, I think he came last year too, but he's like big in the Renaissance Festival scene. So his name is Shaq Sewippa, and he wasn't there the weekend that we went, but he's supposed to be there all throughout March. If you don't know, Jack Sewippa is like a TikTok guy and Instagram guy that I see sometimes. He's really good, like his stage presence, really good. So I would love to see him. So maybe if I do go to Fairy Weekend, But anyway, let me tell y'all what I bought. A lot of it was in my outfit. So I bought these horns. The way I got these horns was actually really fun. I was walking around with my boyfriend because we got to the festival earlier than my friends. So we just walked around, like kind of took it all in, and we were able to like walk around and see all the stores before my friends came. And we hopped upon this little grotto that had a bunch of wings on the trees, and it had like a little vendor booth, and it had a bunch of horns and a bunch of other stuff there too. But she was like, "Stop! I need your help with something. Come over here." And she gave me these horns. And I was like, oh my gosh, these look perfect on me. Like, they go with my outfit that I was wearing. And they go pretty well with my hair. Like, I think she matched it really well with my hair to make it look like they sprouted out of my head. And she also gave Pablo some horns too. But he didn't buy them. But I have a picture of him with the horns too. He had some blue ones. But yeah, the lady was super nice. I immediately fell in love with the horns, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy these. And then I asked her if she could pair me up with some wings. I know it didn't go to the festival, but I wanted some wings. I don't have very fairy wings. I have a fairy flower hat back there that my friend crocheted for me, but I don't have any fairy wings. I just kind of borrowed some from my friend last year for Halloween, but I want some of my own. So I got some fairy wings, and they are, you can't really see in the picture, but I showed earlier, they're like these black and red ones. Very cute. Like, you tie them onto your back. It's very nice. I don't have them in my room right now. They're actually in my car. So if you see a silver Hyundai Elantra just flying around like a ladybug, that's my car. I don't think it'll fly because of some wings, but I'm just being a little thing. I'm just doing a little joke. But yeah, like all the little shops that were there, like they had dresses, they had jewelry. Oh my god, there's so much jewelry. It was so dangerous. There's a lot of jewelry. There's a lot of dresses. There is a lot of wings and horns. There is some hats. There are some nice little pins and ribbons. Like, it was so nice. Like, all the stuff that was there too, and like a lot of them were handmade, so it was really cool. I spent a lot of money. But you can't find these things anywhere else really. So those were most of the shops. And then there also are some really cool shows. Like, I think a lot of the Renaissance Festival is definitely the shows. Like, the one that me and my boyfriend saw was this like improv jousting one. It was really cool. Like, there was these like two, I want to say they were pirates, but I don't want to be wrong. But there was these two guys, and they were jousting, fighting each other, but also doing like improv scenes. Like, it was really interesting. Like, coming from the other person who like did improv, I was kind of like, oh, this is a really cool way of like doing a show, you know. And they also had like a little dog show going on. Wasn't the biggest fan of that one. It was a little, like, the dogs were definitely really cute. The man, on the other hand, not my cup of tea, in my opinion. But then, as I was saying, Jack Sewippa, he's gonna be there all throughout March. So y'all gotta see him. He's very cool. And then at certain times of the day, they had parades going on where you could see the royal court. There's a king and a queen. There's this fairy named Opal. She's so pretty. I wish that was my job, you know, just being a fairy for a weekend. She's probably a fairy more often. But, I wish that was my job. She was so pretty too. I didn't get a picture of her, but she was gorgeous. And then they also had like medieval times jousting, like in the back. Oh my gosh, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, transported back to medieval times. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. there's like these dinner shows called Medieval Times, like in certain states. It's like the craziest event dining plan ever, but like it's so much fun. You get so into it. So they had like a little that at the Renaissance Festival, and it was really cool. I didn't get to watch all of it because we kind of like stumbled upon it as we were walking around, but it was still really cool. So there's definitely a bunch of different shows too. Like there's dancing, there's music, like just so much fun, so many fun things to do there. And of course there's food and drinks. There's a lot of beer. Oh my gosh, I hiccuped. Sorry. There's a lot of beer. I didn't have any beer right now. That's not why I'm hiccuping, obviously. But there's some beer. There's some... I had a Bellini when I first came in. It was really good. I had a guava Bellini. But then I had this... I don't remember what it was called. It was on the cocktail list because I am not a big beer person. So I had a cocktail with some peach in it. I don't know what else was in it, but it was so good. It was delicious. I had 2 of those. And then the popular food of the day was definitely the fried pickle. Whenever you go, everybody gets that. Like there's always a picture of someone deep throating a pickle. I didn't get any food when I was there, but the food looked amazing and smelled amazing. Like, you gotta get some food when you go. A lot of it is fried. I don't want to say it's like Faire food, but it's like towing the line. You know what I mean? As well as food and drink, there were some games. Let me show you the games. So one of the games was this tomato throwing. I need to find the picture. Oh my gosh, I don't have the picture. Hold on. Let me get the picture. Here it is. Okay. This is the picture. It's called Tomato Torture. And me and my friend Savannah did this. There's a guy in that hole over there. And you're trying to throw the tomato at him. And it was really funny. He was like making jokes at the people who were throwing really badly. I had one insanely bad throw that he didn't make a topic, like a comment on. So I'm kind of happy about that. But also, like, so I was throwing the tomato. It went over that man. It literally went over into the next booth. I felt so bad. I was like, someone just got tomatoed in the head. But, you know, I'm not on the sports team. Thank God. I probably would hit people in the stand. But there was that game. There was archery. There was knife throwing, axe throwing, star throwing. There was rock climbing. There was that, you know, like when the army people go to your school and they do that like bar game. Like if you can hold on to it for like 100 and something seconds, then you get something. They had that there. They also had a ring toss. Like it was really cool. I did the archery. I've never done archery before. So it was a new thing for me, and you can tell from this video. Let me show this again. Hold on. Let me show this again. Yeah, that's the bow coming off the arrow, or the arrow coming off the bow. Like literally like a cartoon. Like so funny. It's probably my favorite video I've ever have of myself. So there was archery. It was really fun. I again never done it before. So once I got the hang of it, I was like, this is really fun. So definitely if I go another weekend, I'm gonna be doing that again. Hopefully I've gotten better, you know, since then. But yeah, and then there's just a bunch of stuff to look at around there too. Like there was this really nice like, okay, so in one of those places that you can get bar drinks, they had this dragon animatronic. So me and my friends posed in front of it. These are all my friends. Can't really tell, but they were definitely more dressed up as steampunk than I was. And then my boyfriend as well wasn't really dressed up steampunk. He was more like 80s leather jacket vibe. And then there was this like wishing spot. Okay, so this is what it looked like. It was like it was a bunch of strings going around a couple trees, and basically you're given a string and you go over, and they're like different colored strings that you're given, and then you're supposed to tie a knot onto the white string while you're making a wish. So I took a picture of my friends making wishes. Like there's Savannah, and then there's Jess. So I took a picture of Pablo also making a wish. I made a wish too, but no one took a picture of me, but it's okay. And then as we kept walking down the same road as the wishing thing, there was like a little spot that you could take pictures. And this is one of me and my friend Van. They had a parasol, and this chair was like a love throne. So we took a picture under the parasol. Then we also took a picture at this little chair, like couch situation. And then right next to it, there's like the royal court. So like one of the princesses was over there having her tea time. So didn't really want to bother her, you know. But it was really cool. Like that little area was really nice. I have a picture of Pablo's rings because, like I said, there was a lot of jewelry there, and we jewelried it up. So me and Pablo both got this sword one. Like we got matching sword ones, and then I convinced him to get this ring, and now he wears it all the time. It is so cool. Literally, like probably my favorite thing that he has in his room right now is that ring. So cool. And then Savannah also got a ring. She wore it today. We hung out today. She wore it today from that same little vendor, but hers is with a tooth. But yeah, the Renaissance Festival is really like so cool. So cool. There's so many things to do, so many things to see, and it's just so fun to like. It really brings out your inner child. It brings out like all the fantasy. Like you don't have to worry about work. Don't have to worry about like the real life stuff that's going on, because we're in the realm of pixies. We're in the realm of pirates. We're in the realm of wizards. We're in the realm of imagination. So you don't have to worry about what's going on in the outside world. It's just live in the fantasy world for a little bit, and you know, let the imagination run wild. Like literally, some people created whole different like original characters to go with their cosplay. Like I think that's so cool that the Renaissance Festival is basically like a convention for the fantasy lovers. Like it's and you know how I am with conventions. I love conventions now. So definitely going to keep going to this Renaissance Festival. The more it comes to Florida, the better. You guys should definitely check it out. You just got to look online to see when the next one is coming, because I think it only comes around once a year. So the next one will be after this month. It'll be in 2025. They kind of have the same themes every year. Like I know that they usually finalize the weekend with the fairies, because that's the one where the most people come out. Like, you know, everyone loves fairies. Everyone loves the magical beings that are totally real. And mermaids. I don't believe I haven't seen a mermaid weekend, like, in the lineups, but I did see a mermaid tank when I went, that you can meet a real life mermaid. I remember seeing this, because, and another thing that happens in Florida is the Pirate Fest, and I remember I went to the Pirate Fest when I first moved here, and there was, like, acrobatics going on, and there were mermaids that you can meet in those tanks, and it was really cool. I mean, obviously, if you're older, you kind of know that it's just really beautiful women with tails on. But for the little kids, it's always like, oh my gosh, a real life mermaid out of the ocean. I want to talk to her. You know, like, I love the child interactions. Like, it's just, it's so cute. It's so cute. I would love to work for the Renaissance Festival, or not really work for them, but like maybe do some volunteering. Like, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I would love to be like a fairy, or like, I don't know, like an elf. Like, I think that would be cool. Like to be just dressed up all pretty and all like, all fantasy talk. I think that would be so cool. Anyway, that's all I really had to talk about in this episode. Just recapping my time at the Renaissance Festival. Definitely going again this year. Well, not this, probably next year. I would love to go to the final weekend, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I will. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know that it's pretty much the shortest episode I've ever done of this podcast, but a lot of things are going on in life right now. Like a lot of new things are happening. Like spring cleaning is so real right now. Like cleaning out the germs that are coming in. You know, like everyone was sick, so now for spring cleaning, all the germs are now gonna be healthy. A lot of people are moving in my life. So me hopefully included. So there's a lot of that happening. And then some relationships are happening, some friendships are happening, a lot of going out is happening. So there's a lot going on. But I'm gonna stay dedicated to this, of course. I need to get better on my game about recording and uploading. And not just saying, "Oh, I was sick," you know. I of course don't want to sound sick in my episodes, but I should definitely have like stuff to talk about. And hopefully you guys can help me out. I would love to hear some topics that you guys want me to talk about. I still have some in my book, but I think it'll be cool to see what other people also want to hear from me. So yeah, thank you for riding the wave and joining me on this episode. I hope to see you again in the next one. And thank you. Go to your Renaissance festivals and let your imagination come to life.